How do you assist entrepreneurs to attain $250,000 in capital?
We started it almost 2 years in, then multiple six figures.
Wow.
We funded, I think, close to 8 million so far.
Right.
This year, we're really looking to just do like 10 million in funding.
Okay.
We have our own goals for the company.
Yeah, don't talk light to and talk heavy, man.
So how would that work for somebody like me that never been in a business, don't know how to run one?
And success draws success. It's osmosis. People see you grinding and being successful. They want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand. Once you're growing and people see you growing, they want to be a part of what you're doing.
Top.
No, we good.
We good.
I'm set now.
We up. All right, bet.
Yeah, City Boys up.
We all the time. Come on now, stop playing with us.
City boy, bro.
Nah, you can still be married to being a city boy.
You can't.
Why not?
That's a great topic. The first topic of the day. Can you be married in a city boy?
Yes, you can. Why not? I gotta go out there and network.
What's
Do
the
I not?
definition of a city boy?
In my definition is outside.
Okay.
That don't mean I'm doing stuff
You're not
outside.
Right.
Who said I wasn't out? I'm outside right now.
I guess. You're right.
I'm
Well,
moving around.
That's not a definition of a city boy.
all right.
So what's your definition?
All right. So apparently, according to Urban Dictionary, city boy is a boy who has six. You have to have at least 6 to 45 bodies.
That's exactly
It has
why.
no jobs besides scamming.
All right, so is that
So that's exactly why I'm not a city boy. You're a city boy, like you just said.
No, I'm good.
I don't like that definition, man.
Now you heard it, right?
Okay,
I'm
I
not
see.
a city boy now.
I see another definition. I like this one better. A male who is living his very best life and chasing the bag at all times without letting that girl or female get in the way.
See, you're not a city boy.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well,
She's not getting in the way.
Yeah, she probably
She's
helping.
preparing.
Exactly.
Now,
Come on,
you know
man.
what I'm
Come
saying.
on, man. Give a man a round of
Yeah.
applause, man. He knows what you're talking about over here, man.
Exactly.
Shout out to this man.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. See? You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill episode
166.
What the hell? Oh, shit. Yes, that's correct. Episode 166. Shout out to Crystal. Hold up. Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Pod, a.k.a. E-Money Boss. Who are you?
I don't know which name I want to go with today.
Jesus, your government.
Okay.
At this
It's
point.
Crystal Sinclair on Instagram.
Shout out to Crystal, man. And today we have 2 very special guests. These men specialize in personal and business credit, and helping you guys get to the bag, man, and helping to build that capital, man. So I want everybody to give a huge round of applause to our guys, Brandon and Tevin, the CEOs of Millionaire Essentials. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling?
Great, incredible, man.
Look, man, how was that flight? You know what I mean? Y'all good? Y'all everything? y'all not jet lag or nothing like that? We good?
It was cool. It was cool.
Good.
What a drive.
I just want to preface this before we get too deep into it, man. I just want to let everybody know what dedication looks like. It's these 2 brothers on the chair right here, man. Like, these guys drove all the way from New York City all the way down to Southern Maryland, man, to do the pods, man. So I want to give them another round of applause and special shout out to them, man. So let's get to it.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, man. Grinding all day, man. That's it.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
You gotta
man.
be dedicated.
Yes, sir.
Not only is it just business, but you know the same principles you do in business, you got to do just in your personal life.
Right. And even vice versa. Like, if you have good integrity and just follow good, personal morals and stuff like that, that typically translates into your business. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Absolutely.
So guys, we want to know, who is Brandon and Tevin, and what is Millionaires Essentials all about, man? So I will let you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, individually, and then we can go ahead and get into your business. So
Gotcha.
however you guys want to start off.
So my name is Tevin Facey. I'm from Queens, New York. Shout out Queens.
Shout out Queens,
You know what I
man.
mean?
50 Cent, Nicki Minaj,
All
all
of
them.
them.
Like, shout out to
Nas,
them.
everybody.
Nah, yeah, come on.
Babies, all of them. Yeah, we from Queens.
Okay.
I
Queens Flip too. Shout out Joe Budden podcast and all them.
Yeah. I know a couple people over
Yeah.
there too. But for real, shout out. I'm glad I'm from Queens, New York, right? You know, I played a lot of sports when I was younger,
Okay.
right?
What sports you play?
Basketball, football.
Okay.
I was good at basketball, but I wasn't tall enough, so you know,
Uh,
I had to go the football route.
right,
I had to go
right.
football route.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you know, we
Don't
just
say
short.
we, bro.
We're the same height, bro. We're the same height.
Hey, yo.
But you know, did a lot of sports, you know, in high school, college, and just, you know, I didn't finish college, but went down the entrepreneurial route
Okay.
and really just took heed to the path of just learning about, you know, financial literacy,
Okay.
and then stumbled upon business funding.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Okay.
from a real estate investor that came and actually spoke to not only me, but you know, my now wife Natalie Ortega, and she they actually spoke with her, and you know, they gave her the gems on business funding and things like that, because he was a real estate investor. She took that information, executed on it, and then you know, she brought the information to me, and we just started learning more and more about it, and just, you know, took it from there. You
That's
know?
dope.
Working at multiple jobs. I worked at Google as a subcontractor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
operations manager, solar company as as an ops manager, and then Con Edison as a subcontractor operations manager. Con Edison is like the power company out here.
Okay.
So they're the big power company in New York.
Got you.
So you know, just kind of learning those systems and operations. I did project management in college.
Oh, man, this nigga just did everything, man. God damn. he was all over the place. Like, what is not on your resume?
Well,
Like, no.
Tech.
Tech,
Tech
okay.
is not on my resume.
Man, I mean, you worked at
tech.
Google. That's like tech.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. I went.
He was a janitor, though.
At the
Man, yeah.
See,
I worked at Google.
that's hate. That's hate.
That, I ain't gonna lie,
That's
bro. That was a little bit of hate. That was a little bit of hate. We gonna get to you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna flame you up. Don't worry about it. But nah, so like we would work on the third floor, like whenever I would go to the office,
Uh-huh.
and I would never go to the other floors
Okay.
because I would never understand it, and it would just be way too much going on.
Yeah.
Be a bunch of different, you know, cubicles and people doing their work. And
Yeah.
not only that, just people just all over the office because, you know, doing coding and all that other stuff you could do with your laptops.
Right.
I just never went to any of those floors.
Right.
Because I just didn't understand. I didn't want to get lost.
Mhm.
So, but nah, you know, I did work in a tech company at
Yeah.
Google, but it's just I only did what I did because what I worked for was they had something called Google Express.
Okay.
So you know how like Amazon Prime, they're doing like grocery deliveries.
Yeah.
Back then, Amazon Prime, they were doing grocery deliveries, but not as much.
Right.
So Google thought they could step in and try to have a foothold in it in
okay.
New York to start with to see how it would actually work. So I was there to help put that whole, you know, operations together.
Okay.
And it was going good for a while. My contract ended, and then, you know, I decided to move on. They wanted to, you know, we didn't see eye to eye on the new contract.
Okay.
So I moved on, but the program closed I think 2 years after I left.
Got you.
So but it was a good program, you know, obviously not only just learning about operations, because, you know, I brought my expertise in, but they had somebody else helping as well. So, you know, that was something else. But in regards to just, you know, the funding and understanding about real estate and a lot of different things that I've done inside of my short life that I have now, you know, we came together as Millionaire Essentials.
Okay.
Had a lot of conversation about it before we even got to that point. And then, you know, we're here now.
Okay.
Now I'm sitting on the couch with this clown. He knows better.
We're gonna give this man the time to speak, man. Brandon,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
introduce yourself,
Yeah,
man.
do
Let the
your
people
thing,
know
man.
who you are. Hey, how'd you get to, you know, Millionaire Essential CEO? What was your timeline like?
So yeah, I grew up in Queens. Queens, of course, get the money.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
Nah, he don't need no round of applause.
anyway, yeah, I grew up in Queens. I went to a couple colleges as well, but kind of college wasn't my thing. Just kind of finding my path. I actually worked for the city of New York, for the train system out there,
Okay.
building and repairing the trains.
Oh, you busy, man. I know you was busy all the time.
Yeah. I was working that for a long time, like, you know, city job, 401k, good benefits and things of that nature. But as far as like my real passion was like wanting more, so that was like, you know, a good job that I started, you know, when I was young. Got a lot of experience. I was actually a foreman supervisor there. So supervising a lot of project management of the city as far as big budgets and things of that nature. So I got a lot of experience as far as like working in the workforce for a big company, supervising grown men, team building. So I got like a lot of entrepreneurial like experience, like experience working on a job there,
Yeah.
as far as seeing the ins and outs of big budgets, companies, how things are supposed to be ran. So working there, like really the first 5 years, like I got kind of bored.
Right.
And what I mean by bored is like I wanted more. So I was making, decent money, like 6 figures at a young age.
Right.
But it's like, it's more out there. I wasn't really doing nothing with it.
Right.
So then I started to like think like what more can I do? Like instead of coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, the same cycle, the same hamster wheel. During that path, I met my wife. Met my wife Tay. Had a little girl. So as we getting older, it's like, all right, we got to start really doing more with ourselves.
Right.
We got to start really finding our passion. Because going to work every day is great, but if you don't have a drive and a passion, it becomes cyclical.
Right.
You get caught in a cycle of like just doing the same thing every day, same thing, and living like real monotonous.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
A lot of us get caught in that cycle.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with like nowadays people are pitching like, oh, don't have a job, get an entrepreneur, start a business.
Right.
But do what you love and what your passion is.
Sure.
If working in that career is your passion, like a doctor, a nurse, a lot of them are passionate about it.
Right.
Do that.
Right.
But if that's not your passion, go to what your passion is.
Sure.
Use your job as your first investor.
Right.
Yep.
So that's kind of how I did it. Started learning about real estate, started learning about different business opportunities, and I was taking my money from my job and started transferring it over to that.
Yeah.
Into entrepreneurial, real estate, different business opportunities.
Yeah.
That's when I started learning about capital, credit, things of that nature. So now I got a family. I want to grow more. I want to be more free. I want to start expanding. I want to start helping other people.
Right.
So how do I do that? I have to grow.
Right.
So now I started getting into real estate, started getting into entrepreneurial space, started learning about credit, business funding. I met this guy. We met in a similar room. So now I started getting around a network of people that are doing what I want to do.
Got you. Okay.
And that's key to growing.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, get around the people that's the most successful and start
major
learning
key.
from them.
Yeah, major key, bro.
So once I started getting around those rooms and I started seeing what's really possible, that I could really make this, I could really build this, and started learning that, that's why I went full on into that path of entrepreneurship and business. Then I met him in a room. So your future business partners, you're going to meet in similar rooms.
Yeah.
Could be a stranger too.
Right.
You're going to
Yo,
meet in similar rooms.
y'all dropping so many gems out the early, man. Like y'all came out here on a mission, man. Like there's a lot of people that need to hear this. There's so many things that you guys said that really stood out to me, man. Like I love what you mentioned about the job thing too, because there's a lot of people who, they see how entrepreneurship is just so it's exciting, right?
They see it because of social media.
Exactly. So social media makes it look fun, makes it look sexy, makes it look like you're getting all this, stuff. But people don't realize like how much work goes into entrepreneurship. Are you okay with working 2 or 3 years without seeing any money? You know what I mean? Like some
working 24/7.
Yeah, like it's not clocking in 9 to 5. It's literally like 24/7. And so it's a hard grind. And I love what you mentioned too about the point that hey, if you work in a regular job, that's okay too. But if it's a job that you're not have a passion for, you don't love, what I do is I use it as like my business partner. Like my job is my business partner. You know what I mean?
Most important.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. I can work this, it's paying the bills and stuff like that, but this can help me get my real estate, help fund the podcast, help me do my travel and do stuff like that. Like that's my business partner. You know what I mean? I have a working relationship with it. I give it a certain amount of hours of the day. After that, I'm done. You're not getting no more from me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's how I think a lot of people should look at it if they're in a position that they're not happy with. And
All right.
Don't get looking at me because
I don't know.
No problem.
I don't know.
I saw the look back.
Yeah, something just hit me. It's just like, damn, that sounds familiar. Like I feel like somebody needed to hear that. Or
Felt
something
the
like
heat
that.
for a second,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was like, somebody needed to hear that. I don't know who it was, but yeah. And then there's also people who just dive in straight into their passion, and they become successful for it, and that's great as well too. But I think there's just a lot of there's different roads to be able to get there. You know what I mean? But yeah, just don't run in the same circle.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, man. So, you guys have an incredible background between the both of you guys. Can you guys talk a little bit about like how you guys met each other and like how did this collaboration spark? How did it happen?
So obviously, like he was saying, we met in similar rooms. We're in a mentorship, and obviously, us being in the same state, right?
Yeah.
New York. We were like, I think we met at a networking mixer first.
Okay.
And then, they used to do like morning calls, and then we would all be talking on the calls.
Yeah.
And then obviously, a group of us out of that morning calls just really came together because we were all executing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, from there, we just kept talking, everybody.
Mm.
Not only just me and him, but a group of us. We just always kept talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously that forms some sort of not friendship, but it forms a relationship in a sense with each and every person
Right.
you're speaking with.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously, you have the outliers that you speak to more based upon just, your personalities and things like that. So, it was just me and Brandon, we always kept talking outside of just the group. And then I had at the time I had started doing like my own small mentorship with me and my wife and just trying to teach people the same thing about funding, how we were able to get funding and start businesses
Mm-hmm.
and how they can do the same. So, we had it going for a short period of time, but then me and Brandon were talking in between. So that it's like, I'm doing the funding as well. You're doing funding as well. Why not we collaborate?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it wasn't just, let's just collaborate right away.
Right.
We talked for months. I think like 4, 5, 6
We had
months.
meetings too with
Yeah.
with other people and everything, and just going over different things, and
Yeah.
ended up connecting.
Yeah.
Did you have like people that you may have thought like, okay, maybe I can go in business with them, but it's like, but they have, they might be lacking in this one area, or they might just have a different vision completely, or.
And that's what happened. Like
Gotcha.
we did have meetings with other people, and it was just different visions from everybody.
Right.
But, our visions always kind of stayed the same.
Kind of aligned.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
was always in alignment. So from there, we just took it upon ourselves and said, hey, let's start this thing and see how it goes. And we started it almost 2 years in, then multiple 6 figures.
Wow.
We funded, I think, close to 8 million so far.
Right.
This year, we're really looking to just do like 10 million in funding. We
Okay.
have our own goals for the company.
Yeah. Don't talk light to them. Talk heavy, man.
But no, it's just really trying, and I think what we did was just we executed, right?
Yeah.
We executed. We did what we said we were gonna do, and we're just continuing to do so.
Right.
I think that's like for us, integrity, passion. Actually doing what you say you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Means
a lot.
Those are some of the core values from Millionaire Essentials for us. So.
For sure. Yeah, I don't want that to go over the audience head, man. I know there's a lot of people who they have an issue with finding the right room, right? Or connecting with the right people, right? They have this great mind. They might have been on YouTube looking at great podcasts, or great mentorship, or great motivation. And it's like, dang, how can I find a group of people who are like-minded like me?
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? And
And we got that for you.
yeah, and
We'll talk about that later.
yeah. So I appreciate that. I just don't want that to go over people's heads, because I think that's super important. You know what I mean? And there are roads and routes that you can take to be able to get inside those rooms and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are actively seeking that, whether it be a local event that you guys go to. If you hear it, like go out there. You know what I mean? Like get outside of your comfort zone. Get outside of just the internet.
You don't have to actively seek a partnership.
Okay.
I would say it could come natural to you.
Okay.
And the reason why I say don't actively seek it because, sometimes humans, we got this thing in us that like when we think it,
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna go after it and continuously keep going after it until we get it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But maybe in that interim, you could have already started something yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You could have made now, let's say, 100,000 for your first year,
Mm-hmm.
and you just needed somebody to come on that would have been, a great fit for you that can now take you from that 100,000 to 500 or a million or whatever it is you're gonna do in business revenue.
Right.
But that person could be that catalyst to what you're already doing.
Right.
So I think sometimes, some people, they look for the partnership when they could have just been just doing what they were doing already by themselves and then have it naturally come to you.
Right.
Because to be honest, that's how like we kind of came together because it was natural. It wasn't I was seeking for a partner.
But at the same time, you put yourself in that room, though.
Exactly.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Like at least put yourself in that room. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't, and it could be a Facebook room. It could be, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It could be stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just, try to actively be active.
Be active.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
Be
Be
available.
available.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah. So, all right, man. I'm ready to learn about Millionaire Essentials, man. Tell us a little bit about your brand and your company. When I went on your Instagram page, what I read on there is that how do you assist entrepreneurs to attain $250,000 in capital? like in my mind, like, oh wow, like yeah, like I want to know, like so yeah, I'm getting right into it, man. So how do we get $250K, $250,000 in capital, man? What do we have to do?
So yeah, we started out teaching people about how to build their personal credit, how to build their
Okay.
business credit, how to structure their LLC to obtain capital from the banks.
Okay.
So that's it. And funding people.
Okay.
That's what we call, again, business funding, building business credit.
Okay.
So nowadays, I know the last couple of years, credit funding super oversaturated.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So when we talk about, not only do we show you how to get funding, we teach you how to become profitable, how to scale your company.
Okay.
A lot of people just think I'm gonna get the capital, it's automatically gonna work.
Right.
And now you're gonna see a lot of people next couple of years are in heavy debt because they can't pay back the money that they got lent out to.
Got you.
So we teach people how to structure their personal credit, how to structure their LLC, how to structure their business credit, and access capital. Now get that capital, put it in their business, and build systems, CRMs, marketing, and actually scale their business to become profitable.
Wow.
So we teach you how to become like a full-on business owner, entrepreneur to make money.
Okay.
So a lot of people are teaching them how to get capital, how to get no-doc loans, how to get no-doc funding.
Right.
We could get that for you as well, which we do.
Right.
But the thing is, we want you to know better money management skills.
Okay.
A lot of people don't have good money management skills.
Man, I bet.
So that's really the first key.
Guilty.
Especially as an entrepreneur and a business owner,
Yeah.
your mindset
Yeah.
and money management skills.
Okay.
Because you want to be able to take $100, put in your business, and
Yeah.
make $200.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we're teaching is how to leverage the business funding without using your own funds and grow 10x your company.
Okay.
A lot of people have trouble becoming profitable and making another dollar though.
Right.
That's the issue.
Yeah, because what did they say? It's like what, over like 70% of businesses that start fail or something like that.
About 82%.
82%. Yeah. So like, that's a scary number for a lot of people that might be overthinking or too hypercritical of themselves. Like 82%, man, I don't know. So
I mean, when you gotta look at statistics. You can look at it optimistic or you can be pessimistic
Right.
about it.
Sure.
As long as you have a plan, ain't nothing scary.
right.
You know
Got
what
you.
I'm saying? You going just like we was just talking about the Baltimore game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Football game.
Mm-hmm.
You going there? Everybody got their game plan.
Right.
It ain't gonna look as scary. As long as you keep executing on your game plan step by step.
Right.
Don't look at the whole picture, right? The macro, the whole picture. Look at the micro. Look at the next step you have to do. A lot of people try to look at the end. It's like, Dad, how am I gonna make this $1 million this year? First of all, figure out how to make the first 1,000, the first 10,000,
Okay.
first 100,000. Then you're gonna get to that $1 million.
Got you.
I was listening to something that the guy said that athletes are the best entrepreneurs. You want to know why? And in my head, I was like, before he even said it, I was in my head, because we had like a sense of dedication. Our drive is different because we always want to do that workout for an hour, 2 hours, 3
Right.
hours. We always want to put work into our craft
Right.
consistently. And I started to realize that as my entrepreneurship started to grow, I started to realize the same thing I used to do in football, where I'd spend hours just doing whatever I got to do,
Yeah.
or basketball. I'm doing the same thing now.
Right.
And I started to realize that dedication is already in us, right? Regardless if you're an athlete or not. I think a lot of people, they just lack it.
Right. So it's almost like that level of what they call like delusion. Like you almost have to be delusional about, your beliefs in yourself and stuff like that. And then of course, when it happens, there's no longer delusion. There's reality now.
Exactly. All the billionaires, they always say that,
Right, right. Yeah.
It's like their autobiographies.
It's like every single time.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Every single time.
Right now.
Yeah, man. So what do you guys think about what's going on in the market today, right? We know that inflation is going crazy and stuff like that. It's expensive for, people's rent, milk, eggs, whatever. What I mean? What do you guys think as people who are in, this financial space? Has there been challenges that you guys have received from, your clients and stuff like that? Or do you guys have a game plan of maneuvering through today's economy?
So that's how you stay ahead of the game and stay successful, right? The country's cyclical, goes up and down. So
Right.
There's always going to be a up period, a down period. You see
Sure.
what's going on with the elections,
Yep.
election time.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
election year.
when you follow things like this, you should expect certain things.
Right.
I mean, you can't expect how crazy it's going to be.
Right.
You can try to follow the market as closely as possible,
Mhm.
but you should expect, it's going to be up good times, going to be down times.
Right.
So, like in the banking,
Mhm.
banking rules is tightening up. A couple of years ago, a lot of people was getting money a lot easier than now.
Right.
Now it's kind of tightening up than
Before
before.
it rates us up.
But you just got to know how to adjust.
Right.
Like you got to adjust. Just like with real estate, you invest in real estate. Prices is gonna go up. Prices gonna go down. Interest rates gonna go up. Interest rates gonna go down.
Right.
Sometimes it's a flip market. Sometimes it's a buy and hold market.
Right.
Sometimes you got to adjust and do. That's how Airbnb started.
Yeah.
I started Airbnb. It's a different form of making money.
Sure.
So you just got to know what type of market you in and how to adjust your business.
Right.
So that's why when people have these businesses, we talk about multiple streams of income.
Right.
You also have 5, 6, 7 streams of income.
Right.
That don't mean 5, 6, 7 different businesses. Like in your business, you can have multiple streams of getting money. Matter of fact, you should have multiple ways.
Right.
Different products.
Right.
You can have merch.
Sure.
You could sell courses.
Yeah.
You could teach. You could you go around doing podcasts, start a
You
podcast.
have events.
You have events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all could be the same business.
Right.
Yeah.
Multiple different ways to make money.
So how would that work for somebody like me, right? Never been in a business, don't know how to run one, and they're only making like, I don't know, 60K, if not even like less.
I only make a 60K like this. Down here, 60K down here don't go along with
I
it.
would
No?
listen.
Well, I would say this: your mindset got to change first.
Sure.
Right. So you're automatically putting yourself in that mindset where you feel like you can't do the business. Like the way how you're speaking about it now is like, damn, I'm gonna be a business owner. Like I gotta make my own money. I gotta go pay people if I do, have payroll at some point. Change your mindset, right? It's not easy. Just being honest, it's not easy. It does take some work, but that would be the first thing. And then the second thing is try to learn how to invest, right? Get information on learning how to actually invest, right? So whether you're investing in real estate, which is a little bit more passive than a lot of other businesses, or just learn how to, invest in yourself, right? Invest in a mentor, invest in somebody that can help you down the path of this new entrepreneurship, this new business ownership that you have now. And they can give you those steps and tricks and tips that they had to go through and lost on, and now they're at the point that they're at now, which is above, what they were before. And that's what a mentor is.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
Sure.
You got to get a mentor. I think that's definitely important.
I agree.
Like he said he don't got no good management skills, so you can't rock with him first.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to
I
teach you a little bit.
yeah, a little something.
But no,
Yeah.
look to people who are closest to you doing it, right? It doesn't mean he has to be the best at it. And just by the way, mentors aren't gonna. That same mentor isn't gonna be with you in the next 5 years, right? He's probably not gonna be with you in the next year, maybe not the next 6 months, but you needed him for that time period that he was your mentor or she was your mentor at that point, and then you can move on to the next, right?
Grow.
Yeah, grow, level up.
I haven't heard anybody actually talk about that before. That's a very good point. A lot of people, they look for mentorship to guide them forever, to hold their hand forever. And it's just like, no, I'm going to teach you how to fish so you can go ahead and learn how to go and get your own fish. You know what I mean? So,
And then from there,
I think people have to change their mindset about money, and that's the biggest issue.
yeah,
Money is a tool to exchange to get things that's valuable.
sure.
It's just a tool. So people want to hoard money, hoard the dollar. It's just a tool to get things that's valuable, which is knowledge and assets. Whatever you consider an asset.
Right.
So when you accumulate money, you want to exchange it for something that's more valuable to get you to the point that you're trying to get to. So for example, if I'm trying to get in a room with someone or a bunch of people that's valuable, that's going to give me the knowledge that I can't necessarily buy or necessarily go and get online, I'm gonna pay to get in that room if I
Right.
need to talk to them. That I can't talk to them online. I'm not gonna get that information in DM. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get that information on YouTube. But that in-person conversation of me getting in that room is gonna go so much further.
Right.
That's invaluable. That's
Yeah.
priceless.
Right.
Them recognizing you, and it's not you recognizing them. They recognizing you.
Right.
That's priceless.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's like, what would you prefer, right? If you guys have a successful business, you guys are CEOs, would you prefer somebody spamming your DMs like, hey, can you mentor me? Help. Or if you guys are throwing events and you see the same person showing up every single time, you know what I
That's
mean?
the
Taking
person.
notes and listening and stuff like that.
That
you know?
second person I would
Yeah.
want. The person that's coming and is always showing up. The person that's taking notes. The person that is teachable, is coachable. When a person's hitting you up constantly saying, I need mentorship, I need yes, that could be the right person for you, but then that also means that he's not only done that to you, but to multiple other people.
Right.
So you have to really look at that with a real bird's eye view, because sometimes they just be out there.
Gotcha. I'm curious to know, what are your guys' thoughts on, the emerging market, what technology is doing now. Everybody knows that AI is such a big topic, a big thing that's going on right now. Are you guys utilizing AI in your business, or are you? What are your thoughts on what's going on with AI?
I personally, I like AI. Yeah, we definitely utilize it in our business in different forms. Of course, Chat GPT,
Read AI,
Read AI,
with Zoom.
Oh, what's Read AI? I don't think I heard of that
It's
one.
it's like
Otter. It's like
it's like an Otter bot.
Okay.
Yeah, but
records the calls on Zoom and
gives you
and
summary
Google Meet, gives you the
breakdown.
summary breakdown.
Oh,
gives you
cool.
all the notes of what you did in the meeting, so you go and just
Key
get
points,
key points.
Okay.
questions, takeaways.
Oh, cool. Hello.
You can find that too.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
every day. So I used to literally every day they come out with new apps.
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah.
New AI programs.
Yeah.
So AI is here to stay. It's been here to stay. Now it's out to the masses, and
Right.
it's only gonna advance the future, the planet. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people. It is some scary things with it that we've heard.
Sure.
But that's just part of the generation we're in.
Of course.
Tech is not going anywhere. Tech is science.
Yeah.
Astrophysics, all this stuff. Is going to help. Bring on the future.
Right. Yeah. I think, whenever we get this kind of new emerging technology, the world gets scared, right? When the internet came out, people were scared of the internet. People were scared of social media and stuff like that. But, as people, we learn to adapt and move on and utilize it. And of course, people can use social media for good or bad. People can use the internet for good or bad. That's why we have, cybersecurity and stuff like that too,
Exactly.
to defend these things. Right.
Yeah.
I do think that, with AI, because it's so smart and so fast, we just have to try to, act and move a little bit faster probably than normal, because like you said, these new apps are coming out every single day and stuff like that. Like, I know, for example, when ChatGPT just, went wide and got popular,
it's been out for a year.
it's been out for a while. But, the students, in colleges started getting, hit to what's going on. So instead of them writing paper, they're going to write on ChatGPT.
Exactly.
And so now the schools.
Yeah, they got an app now that's using for plagiarism.
Right, exactly.
And
To
they detect every part of it.
Yeah.
Now there's a new AI app that doesn't write with plagiarism.
Right. And I'm going to tell you where it gets scary. Well, I'm a little conspiracy time right now, where it gets a little bit scary.
Terminator and Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, iRobot, all that. Let's get to it.
Yeah. iRobot was my movie.
Yeah, that was tough.
That boy Will Smith.
Yeah. Shout out to Will, man. But, yeah, so.
Yeah, he was smacking people in there, too.
Yeah, bro.
That's insane.
Hey, Pip has strong always. So okay, with AI, right? And we also have deep fake stuff as well too. You know what I mean? There's people where you can't even tell if this person is real or not. There's there's an example,
I ain't go.
bro.
Go ahead.
There's so many examples coming out.
There was I actually did a call with they're coming out with it. It was a company that they're doing sales calls with AI.
Okay.
It sounds like a real person.
Yeah.
That was Air AI or something like that, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air AI.
Yeah, I hear some of the AIs. I heard a recording like this too. And they answer this like, "Hello, my name is this, but I just want to let you know that I am an AI. If you want to go ahead and reach this person, cool." And they had a legit conversation. You know what I mean? It wasn't like those robocaller people that we're used to dealing with. It was like a legit I understand and process immediately like a human would. And yeah, it's getting scary. And another example I was bringing up is that they have an Instagram model who they took somebody's body picture, not their face, created their own image, made them a legit IG model. They got popular on TikTok, Instagram, OnlyFans. They were making bread.
Yeah, they put on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
She made millions.
And it's not a real person. It's like it's like
they can't do nothing about it.
They can't do nothing about it. So that's just it's funny how this technology is just ahead of that kind of stuff. So I'm just like,
I have to adjust.
Yeah.
Adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah, Banks been using AI for a very long time.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Very long time. This ain't new. For Banks, they just now for them now they're adapting more
Okay.
within their AI, right?
Yeah.
Looking for more parameters, open it up, broaden the spectrum on their AI, so
Mhm.
that now they can look for more things opposed to before where it was dulled down for them because they didn't have to look for a lot because not a lot of people knew about AI.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think Instagram and other like apps and stuff like that, I think they're gonna try to like get with it as well too. It's like be able to read posts that you post and give you like a note saying like this might be AI or something like that too, to like let people know if this is the real person or not. But yeah, man, I just thought that was
it's a
interesting.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are, both, in the financial world. You guys are teaching people how to obtain capital for their business as well, right? So I have two scenarios. I'm curious. How would you?
I like this.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious of how you guys would treat this client, right? So this is the guy. He's showing up to your events. You're familiar with his face. But scenario one, this guy, he has a large amount of consumer debt. Okay, he might have a repossession, might have a bankruptcy. Like he crashed out, right? He was going through some stuff, but he's now on the way up. Working two jobs now, trying to save up money, but his credit is shot. What advice would you give him to get himself back on the ball, get his credit back on the ball, and then maybe one day getting invested with you guys and working with you guys?
So number one, I would say he definitely has to get his credit fixed, right? Credit
Okay.
repair. Credit repairs is still a thing. You can't get your credit fixed. You remove collections, charge off, things of that nature, right?
Okay.
Credit repair. Number two, find what does he want to do? Because there's a lot of people that come to us like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're in that situation and they want us to figure out something to do.
Sure.
I want to get into something.
Mm.
That's not how it works.
Gotcha.
Because I could say, all right, let's go start flipping houses. You know nothing about flipping houses.
Mhm.
You're going to take your money and get into something you know nothing about, you don't really care nothing about. Now when the bad times come, because there's going to be bad times,
Mhm.
you're just going to quit again.
Right.
So how did you get in that situation? That's number one. Let's
Sure.
start there.
Let's say a divorce or something. Like,
Because
I
we
know.
don't,
I said, let's say he got
okay, let's
divorced.
say a divorce, right?
Okay.
Because we don't want to repeat the same thing.
Sure.
So make sure you get clear-minded. Make
Mhm.
sure you're in a focused time because you got to be focused.
Sure.
Because you still got a long road
Long
ahead.
journey.
It's going to
Yeah.
be a long road ahead.
Right.
So now start investing in your personal development.
Okay.
Start getting your credit fixed.
Okay.
Put some money aside, get your credit fixed.
Okay.
What do you really want to do? Find your passion, find your purpose.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay.
Once you figure that out, now let's start taking the steps to get into that lane.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start setting up your LLC because you don't need good credit to set up your LLC.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to get into business, right?
Mhm.
Let's just say he wants to get into real estate.
Sure.
Set up your LLC.
Mhm.
What type of real estate you want to do? Because that's
Mhm.
another thing. We want to narrow down to what we want to do. We don't want to be general and be broad.
Okay.
We want to narrow down so we can really focus in and get into what we really want to do.
Yeah.
Because we could talk about real estate. There's fix and flipping. There's multifamily. There's single family.
Mhm.
There's Airbnb.
Yeah.
There's
VA housing,
VA housing,
midterm rentals.
midterm,
USDA.
short-term rentals, long-term rentals.
Mm-hmm.
So what type of real estate you want to get into? So now
Okay.
let's say you narrow down. I want to get into multifamily
Sure.
real estate. Now on your own, start researching, doing some research about that topic. Now find, like we said, the rooms to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Find events in your local area to get into. Start learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
Find out events you could go maybe across and different places to get into it.
Different
Mhm.
states too.
Find on Facebook, find groups that you get into it. So that's
Mhm.
all your personal research you're doing to learn as much as you can on the topic you want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Now create a path on how can I invest and create a plan to get my first multifamily or get from A to Z.
Sure.
Start investing into a mentor. That's the
Okay.
next thing.
Yeah.
And all of this, you're working and budgeting and saving up because you have to invest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I tell
That's it.
everybody,
Yeah. Got to. It's-
whatever you want to do, be prepared to invest in it
Sure. Yep.
and build up a nest to invest.
Right.
Find a mentor, somebody that's on a level doing exactly what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and get as close to them or get in the same room as them. Start
Right.
learning.
What do you say to the person that might be maybe a little bit indecisive, right? Where he thinks or she may think that they're focused on, multifamily real estate, right? They want to do buy and holds. Like, I just heard everything buy and hold is the way I want to go. This is what I want to do. They get into it, they keep failing, or they just keep feel like they're hitting roadblocks and they're not getting anywhere. Do you feel like, is there a time where somebody may need to pivot and maybe look into something else, or do you think that person is somewhere maybe they should just keep trying, or like what would you say to that person? Is it's like I don't know.
They should step back.
Okay.
Step back and see what they're doing wrong first.
Okay.
Because if you're doing that same thing in the buy and hold, you're gonna do that in any other
something
business,
else too.
right?
Right.
He always says, Brandon always says this: when you see a person, characteristics and principles that they do, it's gonna formulate and just keep going and grow and they're gonna be consistent in that same thing they're doing.
Yeah.
So if they're doing that with the buy and hold real estate, she can go to a clothing store. She can have a beauty salon. The same problems are going to occur.
Right.
So I think she or he would need to step back, see what they're doing wrong. Are they purchasing too high? Are they purchasing in areas where the rents aren't really formulating to what they need beyond past the mortgage, so that they can actually start cash flowing? Is there Section 8 in that area? Is there after she purchases more than 4 units, is she getting property management? Is that property management helping her find contractors that's going to be able to help with the handyman work?
Right.
Like, I'm mentioning things because I have real estate myself.
Right.
So it's like those small intricate things could be the reason why she's automatically failing there. She could be purchasing a house that's worth $100,000 for $150,000 when it's not necessary.
Right.
Now your mortgage is a little bit higher, and now your cash flow that you were supposed to get is no longer there. And not only that, now because of your interest rate, right? We now know the interest rates are like 6-7%.
Yeah.
Her interest rate might be too high, and now her, like I said, her cash flow diminishes.
Right.
So, understanding where you want to purchase at, also understanding how much cash flow you're going to actually get beyond the purchase. And then, kind of just, like I said, step back and just really look at the broad spectrum of what you've been doing wrong, figure it out, and then move on from there.
Okay. Yeah, that's great, man. I want to touch into the second scenario. I think you guys touched on it a little bit already, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. So scenario 2, the person has good credit. They have about $10,000 saved. Say that they are interested in going into vending machine business. What advice would you give them? It's like, okay, they did everything they felt like they needed to do. They got their credit right. They got some money saved. They're in a good position. But they just don't know what to do next. It's like, okay, I know I want to do vending machines, but how do I get capital to help me fund this? What do I need to do?
Well, my answer is usually the same, right?
Yeah.
Number one, if you're in a good position, good credit, have money saved, we always want to leverage a situation like that and access capital, right? Access business funding. So he has the LLC set up, right?
No, I'm saying they don't even have that yet. Yeah, they don't know.
Okay. I would say let's act based on what you have already. Let's leverage that.
Okay.
And let's get you some business funding. Set your LLC up. He wants to do vending machines, right?
Yep.
Set your LLC up. Let's get some capital, right?
Okay.
But number one, like I said, my answer is always the same. Get a mentor. Get in the room of the people that's doing what you want to do, and follow them. Get advice from them. Get knowledge from them.
Right.
Because like we always hear, your network is your net worth.
Right.
Because like the other example of the other gentleman you just said, right? Whatever you're struggling in, we're as business owners, entrepreneurs, we're never going to be the greatest in every area, nor should we be.
Sure.
We want to leverage our team and network to be great, and that's a lot of people's struggles. They try to be that single entrepreneur, that one-man show, and you're always going to mess up being that one-man show, doing all these different tasks yourself. You can only do that but for so long, because you're not going to be the greatest at everything. You're not going to be the greatest copywriter. You're not going to be the greatest content creator. You're not going to be the greatest on the sales calls. You're not going to be the greatest at marketing. You're not going to be the greatest at. You need a team eventually.
Right.
So when you start, if you have money saved up, or you start making that money, you need to start building your team and leveraging your network. So the things you're doing wrong, bring people in that are better, and break bread with them for you to be successful. So when you have that, you're in a good personal position. You got good credit. You got money saved up. Get in that room of the people that's doing what you want to do, the greatest people that's doing the vending. Now, follow what they're doing, or invest in getting a mentor so you can mitigate the risk and mistakes. And now that investment is going to make you more money in the future because you're going to use money figuring out those mistakes and messing up. So now you can save money and make more money by jumping, I would say skipping the ladder, not making those mistakes and making even more money. And now if you have an issue, now that you have a network, you can call, hey, such and such, I'm going through this. Can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Or I need a favor. I need a distributor. Or I need a marketer to do this. You have a network of people that in your specific field that's going to help you.
Right.
And success draws success. It's osmosis. People see you grinding and being successful. They want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand. Once you're growing and people see you growing, they want to be a part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I need a Don DeMarco button or something like that. Y'all going crazy, both of y'all, man. I'll just give y'all a round of applause again, man. Why not? Jesus Christ. Crystal, do you have anything for them real quick?
She about to ask questions for herself.
Look.
Yeah, I know. She's about to do it.
Look,
Go ahead,
so-
be a little selfish.
so-
I'll allow it. Go ahead. One selfish
So
question.
what
Thank
can
you.
a 60,000 year making do now?
what can somebody named Chris that got glasses
Right.
possibly, hypothetically?
Not me.
got
I'm
Bowie
asking for a
State
friend.
shirt.
Not me.
I'm asking for a friend. Asking for a friend.
Well, see, the crazy thing is, I do come from like a bunch of friends. We're all in that same level tier where we're just trying to make it, right? Now, him and maybe two other people in my legit family are probably making it,
Right.
you know. But for somebody like me, no business major, no nothing, so I'm like legit confused.
And this, you're talking about college. So
No, I went to college.
And did you finish?
I finished. I was in
Okay.
communications.
Oh.
You
But
said it like that. You ain't finished. So don't try to press her.
I was
I said,
just
did you
asking.
finish?
It's
Don't
okay.
try to
It's a
press
useless
her.
degree.
Nah,
It's
but
okay.
she-
It's like, go ahead.
Nah, but she said it oh, I forgot the word she said, but it eluded me that she finished college.
yeah, so I finished, but I ended up in the school system.
Oh, my major. That's what she
Yeah.
said. My major.
My major is communication, broadcast
Okay.
journalism. So
Okay.
it's different. I ended up pivoting because of what happened after 2019.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I had graduated in 2019.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But-
Broadcasting that drops substantially.
Yeah.
So, well, to be honest, well, I'll let you finish first.
But I was saying, like, right now I'm pivoting to, like, trying to do IT now. I'm taking a
Okay.
class in
Why?
February. Because, yes, it is making some money, but I found myself liking it low-key. Didn't know I liked it.
Okay.
You know, that's...
Tech.
Yeah, so, you know, I help, like, a family member or two. Like, you know, the older ones don't know what they're doing with
Right.
the computers, so I help them. But other than that, like, I find myself telling people at work how to work their computers sometimes. That's crazy.
Right.
You know, like, I'm still learning different technology and everything. Like, Will Bowers was in here. He was trying to show me how to use soundboards and stuff.
And
Mm.
it interested you. It
Mhm.
sparked the peak.
Yeah, so it's like something different for me. Now, 10 years ago, would I say tech was going to be that thing? No, but it's changed now. I'm 30, so it's different. But for me to go into something like a business is different for me as well. It's like, you know, that scary factor. Like, can I do this or can I not do it? You know, how much support can I do myself without asking somebody? And like you said, have your team and whatnot. But for somebody who I would say never had like a lot of people that they can go to, regardless, before they step into that room, it's like, how can you be self-sufficient before you step into that room with at least a little cash flow?
Yeah.
So
I never had that neither.
It ain't all just about cash flow, right? Everybody think it's just about that too, right? You want to be an asset to other people too, right?
Mhm.
So you're not going to have it all together. That's the reason you're looking for mentorship, looking for a network. You're not going to have it all together. But what can you add when you step in that room?
Right.
So that's what you want to figure out. You always want to be able to add something when you step in. You're educated, so I'm pretty sure there's plenty of things. You got a college degree. I mean, I don't always mean you're educated. But I'm assuming
That's a
just
fact.
by
I was
speaking
about
to
to
you,
say.
it don't mean you're educated. You have a college degree. You have experience. You're not you have experience in life as well. So you need to start getting around. Like I said, start getting around the people that you need to get around.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Changing your network. Like you
Okay.
can still have the same friends, but
Mhm.
and this is what people got to realize: if all of y'all on the same level, you're not gonna grow. There's nothing you can teach each other. Because even me and him, right? We on the same, but when we always calling people above us that's doing more, say, yo, let's figure this out. Let's talk to such and such.
Mhm.
Because
Always.
there's only but so much we could tell each other.
Mhm.
We're on the same level.
Yeah.
Only but so much, just about the same level. There's only but so much we could tell each other. We have to talk to people above us to get more knowledge of what to do next.
Right.
Yep.
So yes, you and your friends could talk, but it's only but so much y'all can tell each other.
Right.
And drop ego.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
In our community, we got a lot of ego.
Yes.
So, to be able to make that call to somebody that's above us, you have to be able to drop your ego. Because
Right.
maybe they were in the same position as you, but they were able to take certain steps that got them, to making that multiple 7 figures or something like that.
Right.
And now you're just trying to figure out exactly what they did that could potentially take you there as well. And not only that, you have a degree in communications, copywriting, right?
Prompt engineer.
Prompt engineer.
Prompt engineering. He hate prompt. You know.
Nah, don't do that.
Alright, so-
don't do that.
So the prompt engineering, right? You have that's probably gonna help. Is that one of the that's one of the qualifications,
Yes.
right? So prompt
Communication,
engineering.
and English
So
literature.
Chat GPT, right?
Okay.
They have prompting. You
Mm.
guys know what prompting
Yep.
is? He probably knows what prompting is. So prompting is basically in terms of giving it what to say
Mhm.
Okay.
Properly.
just say.
though.
Yeah.
properly, right? Because
Yeah.
you could prompt it. That's how they figure out. That's how I could do my copywriting. I could prompt it, say, "Hey, Chat GPT, be the voice of an ad copywriter that's marketing for business funding and create me a copy." I'm prompting it to say something.
But say it correctly with English language literature, because that's the way how the machine learned. It
And
learned from old English literature.
I actually realized that because I did something. I tested it one time. I said, write me a paper on Bowie State one time, just trying to see how it
Yeah, you was
worked.
plagiarizing. So
Yeah, got him.
you gotta hit it with that soundbite.
right.
This was after
she's like, "Yeah, I was playing around with it, and I
But
just
you know what
tried
I'm
to
saying?
tell him."
I'm just trying to see what's up.
I'm trying to see, you know how. Okay, this is after.
What'd you get on that
Bowie.
paper?
No. This is after. After Bowie. I didn't even know about it until after Bowie, so I was playing with it because I was like, "What is this?"
I'm
What
about
is
to go
this?
back for my master's.
Right, facts.
If it's this easy, hold up.
Look, so what I noticed was that it wrote a little bit of like a 2-paragraph paper, right?
Mhm.
But it didn't feel humanized. It didn't feel kind of like, okay, this is coming from like a writer who's in a journal or something every day. But for the most part, if I prompted, it did kind
It'll
of,
make it feel more humanized.
Right.
yeah, like
Exactly.
it did kind of act a little
Might have to
different,
get up.
but
Yeah.
We need to
if you
copy
hit
that.
it like
Yeah.
3 or 4 times, it gives you something different every
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
So,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so
You were
that's what
prompt engineering.
So exactly.
Facts.
So now prompt
Mhm.
engineers, they make between 150,000.
Yeah, they're making bread. They're making a lot of money
They
right
make a
now.
lot
Like
of money now.
300,000. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of them
So,
do like 300.
You have
Yeah.
a qualification that you could look into that and become a prompt engineer and
In
make
tech.
150,000, 200,000 a year.
so
So that's what I'm
Definitely
saying. When
look
you
into
saying
it.
get in tech, I'm gonna get a little more personal. Like, what are you doing now to get in that? Are you taking in classes?
So
Are
I'm
you-
boot camp.
starting in February.
Oh yeah, you
So,
still. So
starting
there you
in
go. That's your
February.
first step.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There you
So
go.
I'm gonna be taking that CompTIA A+
Okay.
certification.
There you go.
I did that in high school, bro.
Really?
I really wish I
Yeah.
would have did that
I
back
did that
then,
in
man.
Thomas Edison. Well, I went to Thomas Edison in Queens, and they gave us our CompTIA, and they what was it? It was the Microsoft. No, not Microsoft.
Network.
No. If I remember, I'll say it. But it
Mm.
it was a class C++,
C++.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
the thing about
and I
tech.
did electronics.
And that's the thing about this day and age. You have to, like, somebody like you, they're gonna hire you first. Then
Mhm.
they don't even use C++. They phase
Right.
that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
So
Yeah.
he can't come with his degree or C++. They're gonna hire you before they hire him.
Right.
So definitely, you being hot and new and getting the knowledge firsthand of what's going on now,
Yeah.
you have an advantage of people that graduated even 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything has changed.
Yeah. And I'll say, be involved as well too. Like, get on LinkedIn and actually,
Network.
network on there, be a part of certain communities, so that way you can be ahead of what's going on. Like that way, okay, C++
Things are
is
changing
phasing out.
so
Yeah.
fast. You
Exactly.
gotta stay ahead of what's going on.
Exactly.
They're looking for people with experience.
They look
Yep.
for somebody that knows what's going on now.
Yep.
That's why these 16, 17, 18-year-olds,
Yeah.
they know they're that's all they do is computers.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
Google's looking at them and ready to hire them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
that's
proving
why
the worth.
They don't
Yeah.
need degrees no more.
They don't. They don't.
They-
Most of the
they
people I
put it
know
out.
in tech, like, they don't even got the degree. They just got the certifications. They care about the experience more
Exactly.
than
Like I
everything
said,
else. So
right.
yeah, that's what you gotta do. Get your foot in the door, and yeah.
I'm gonna let you see my LinkedIn.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you another tip offline.
Okay.
Yeah,
They dropping way too many gems on the camera right now. It's like, y'all gotta pay for this section. This is about to be members only. Like, what y'all talking about? We're gonna take a quick.
OnlyFans. We gotta put this on
Only for
OnlyFans.
nah.
Oh my god.
What?
No, but
you can put
listen,
information
no,
out.
I gotta get my AI account first.
hold on,
I was
see,
gonna get my.
Why you do that, bro?
There's a negative connotation on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I know OnlyFans is
It's
a member subscription site.
Right, for sure.
You can
It's
put
the same
this on
like Discord.
OnlyFans and
I'm
make
sure.
money.
It's
Yeah.
the same like Discord, same like Mighty Network. It's the same
Yeah,
like all
but
that.
that stigma's strong though. I ain't gonna lie.
You got OnlyFans. That's why he say that.
What you talking about?
Hey,
Facey. Go ahead, y'all find me.
yeah. Are you using AI and deepfake technology on your
You
phone?
never know. I don't know what you're talking about. Go on the page. I'll see it.
Hey, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and I'm gonna play some music real quick, and we'll be right back, man.
85. Yeah. Bro, this hair still go.
All right, we back, guys. We back. All right, guys. Before we head up out of here, man. I've just been having a great time talking to these two gentlemen, man. There's just so much wisdom, so much gems that's been dropped on this podcast, so much. So you guys gonna have to rewind this episode multiple times because there's definitely some great knowledge in here, man. So
We got some more, you know.
I mean, if y'all want to just go ahead, bop, bop, bop. I mean, it's up to y'all. It's like that.
Offload the clip real quick?
Off the clip,
All
yeah.
right. So we gonna give you a nice little quick tip on how you can possibly get $100,000
Ooh.
from possibly one bank.
Okay.
All right.
Top.
We're gonna talk about Chase.
Okay,
Our best friend.
Okay.
Our best friend. So Chase, right? A lot of people, obviously, with Chase being such a bigger bank, right? Bank of America,
Mhm.
Chase, Wells Fargo, and Citibank. Those are tier 1 banks. If you guys don't know, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Citibank, they are tier 1 banks. Now, Chase actually gives out up to $150,000 on a business
Sheesh.
credit card.
Wow.
Most people don't know that,
Okay.
right?
0%.
At 0% interest
What?
for 12 months.
Wait.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh shoot!
So
I did not know that.
what you need in order for you to qualify for that, obviously, is a business. That's one.
Okay.
But you need good personal credit.
Right.
And I would say great. And
Okay.
The reason why I go from good to great is because Chase, they're very particular, especially now with a lot of the default rates being so high.
Right.
They're very particular on who they're lending money to.
Do you consider great to be above a 680 or a 720?
I'm about to break it down for you right now.
Okay.
So you definitely need above a 720 credit
Okay.
score, right? But the credit score is only subjective to what the credit report is.
Okay.
So you need at least 2 or 3 primary accounts, right? Above that.
Okay.
And the reason why I say 2 or 3, because sometimes you can have 2 great, solid primary accounts that could possibly be 5 years, 10 years old.
Mhm.
But your average age needs to be at least a 2-year-old credit age.
Okay.
Okay, you need to have less than 5 inquiries.
Okay.
Utilization needs to be less than 30% overall.
Okay.
Am I missing? No, and no derogatories, no collections, no charge-offs, no late payments.
Got you. Okay.
So that's the breakdown as far as the personal credit. The business, you need to have a business that's operating.
Okay.
Okay, so those things are very important just for you to be able to get up to 150,000. Now, we've seen on average our clients getting 50, 70, 80,000 on a credit card.
hmm
So it's definitely something that you can do and go out there and try and do it yourself. But the key is building relationships, right? And the
Okay.
reason why we're here and we do what we do for our clients is because we've built those relationships. We've tendered those relationships. And now we're able to get for our clients 50, 100, $150,000 just from one bank alone.
Okay.
Now, I had mentioned somebody before that is investing in Baltimore. We've gotten him over $150,000.
Wow.
And guess what? He coming right
Oh,
back down here
I
with
know
the
he up.
bag.
I know he up.
Yeah, so but he already had capital before that, but he
Okay.
didn't want to use his own.
Okay.
So now he's using other people's money.
Got you. Mm.
And that's why it's important, right? That to really know how to make money and be profitable in your business, right? And know how to structure it properly. Because a lot of people talk about no doc funding, right? So
Right.
no doc funding is basically getting credit or getting a line of credit just based on your personal credit score and your LLC, and not showing any documents, any bank statements, any tax returns.
Okay.
That's what no doc means. Not you ain't gonna go into the bank.
Bruh.
Exactly.
Okay. He's like,
Nothing
just
at
give me
all.
something, please.
Give me something.
And that's what a lot of people think. I'm
Yeah.
just going with nothing and get something. Like, I don't know where that mentality came from,
Yeah.
but that just doesn't make sense. Why are
Right.
they going to just give you money just to give you money or give you extend credit? It's not
entitled.
money because you have to pay it back. So
Right.
it's debt based.
Right.
Why are they going to extend you credit just to extend you credit?
Right.
You have to be structured right. You have to show your ability to pay back
Right.
on time.
Right.
So now, no doc funding. That is a possibility. A lot of banks, a lot of big banks do no doc funding.
Okay.
What's most important is for you, if you're making money in your business,
Mm-hmm.
to know how to structure that properly so you can show documents and get even more capital.
Okay.
Because the name of the game is to become profitable.
Okay.
So if you're making a certain amount of money in your business, we want to help you structure it the right way with our relationship manager. So another thing is building relationships.
Yeah.
So when you go on these banks, it's great. You know, you can apply for an account online.
Mm-hmm.
You can set everything up. You can apply for a credit card online.
Mm-hmm.
But we suggest you go into the bank and have a conversation with the relationship manager, the banker, that's
Okay.
going to help you apply, because they have conversations with the underwriters.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get to know a person, get to know their business, get to know about them, get to know they're more trustworthy,
Mm-hmm.
you can get more of an influence on that approval. You know?
Mm.
And now they can help you actually structure your business and get access to more funding based on what you're doing just by building that relationship.
Right.
So that's still key today, that in-person relationship. I know because we're growing, we're getting a lot of out of touch. We want to just text all day. We want to just go online. We want to go on
Yeah.
Instagram. But that still interpersonal connection is a big difference than speaking to somebody on the phone
Yes,
that
sir.
you've never seen or never met.
Yes, sir.
So now instead of calling up and set up your account, I will go in the bank and get to know them. Get to know your local banker.
Mm-hmm.
Get to know them because they're going to help you or put you in
Trust me,
connection or
they
try to
will.
get funding.
Right.
So
That's what a lot of
Gems.
developers, a lot of real estate investors, they do that.
Okay.
And you know, they learn that from just building relationships, right?
Right.
In real estate, you got to build a lot of relationships.
Right.
So when they go into those banks, they're able to get certain type of loans that you're not going to be able to get because they've built that relationship already.
Right.
Like the same guy that I was talking about, he has a local banker in Baltimore
Mm-hmm.
that he's able to use as an asset line of credit.
Mm.
He just needs capital for the down payment.
Right.
But a small amount. He doesn't need a big amount like everybody else.
Yeah.
So now he has that liquid capital that he can go ahead and do so and buy 50 more houses than you could as a
Right.
regular
Right.
as a regular first time investor.
Right.
one of our a good client that we're funding currently, our bank is actually taking him to a Knicks game.
Oh
Taking
wow.
him out for
Wow.
the night.
Wow.
This is all about
That's
relationship building.
that's
Wow.
real
That's not on
relationships.
paper. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna know that. You ain't gonna see
Right.
that
Right.
unless you get in the system and you know how to. You know what I'm saying?
Maneuver.
Don't let this go over your head, man. These brothers are dropping some major gems. Like, yo, make sure you guys are sharing this with somebody.
You gotta pick up the gems.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
So they get a bag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tote bag. Just grab them up.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, just scoop them all up, man. Put
They
them
say
in.
grab him up. Grab him up. As a Maryland slang, right?
Grab them up, son.
Grab him up.
Listen, y'all, like, yo, these brothers are dropping some amazing gems. Make sure you guys are sharing this. I didn't even tell you guys earlier. Please like the video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well too, if you guys are getting some value out of this content, man. So we greatly appreciate it. Man, we're almost out of time, man. But before we let you brothers go, man, like I want to bring you guys into the Top Hill world real quick. You know what I mean? We like to ask these rapid fire questions real quick to our guests that come on here. You know what I mean? But this is some fun stuff. You know what I mean? We get to know you guys a little bit more. So, the first question is, what is your top travel destination? We'll start with Brandon right here, and then we'll go to Tevin.
I would say me top travel.
Meaning somewhere you've already been.
It could be somewhere you
somewhere you
already
wanna
been
go.
or somewhere you want to go. Either one.
I told you I want to go to Nigeria.
Nigeria? Shout out to Niger, man. Big Niger in the building. What's good, man? Banana Island, all that. What's up?
Mine is South Africa and Egypt.
South Africa and Egypt? Okay.
Egypt I want to go because my mom passed and she wanted to go to Egypt. And I wanted to go there too.
Oh, man.
That's somewhere I have to go.
Of course,
I
of
have
course.
to go. But South
You want to see the
Africa,
pyramids and everything?
all that.
Yeah, man.
Everything. And then
That's
Dubai. I ain't going front.
Oh, yeah, Dubai,
I
man.
That's
Oh,
Dubai.
man. Money.
What's next?
Next, we got your top artist. We're going to...
Now was this whole time.
All time, man. All time.
I want to keep it safe. That's tough for me. I'll just say Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. That's safe New York answer. Okay. J. Cole?
Yeah, as we were come in here, I was bumping J.
Which album were you playing?
Forest Hills Drive.
Man, classic.
Bro, that joint smacks still
to this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I live one too.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Well, I'm telling you,
bro, you messing with the live version?
Bro, that joint smacked.
That joint was crazy.
It was.
That joint was.
Bro, he was asleep like this.
Yeah.
I was cool.
Yeah. What happened? Now you ain't about to say his bars or nothing. You ain't about to say that.
Yeah, no.
Next question.
Either
Next
Jay-Z
question?
or 50 Cent.
What was the next question?
He's not no Jay-Z.
What was the next question?
J. Cole is great.
We gotta say it. You got something to say? You keep going.
Actually, you're right.
I mean, this look like it's the wrong room. So
listen, like I put the different respects in the different age brackets, right?
Yeah.
So, like, of course, you know, Jay-Z.
Up there.
Jay-Z's gone.
50 and all of them.
50, he's gone. Nas, you know what I mean? Like, and I think the tier of under that would be like a Lil Wayne, T.I., you know, Eminem, you know, those guys. And I think the next generation, you got Kendrick, Drake, Cole, Wale, Sean, you know, that kind of generation of artists.
Yeah. See, I like that you said Wale, because a lot of people don't give Wale
They sleep on him. Mad crazy.
Bro.
Nah.
All right.
Sleep on him mad crazy. Remember where you are. Remember where you are.
Wale's cool.
Wale, we got you, bro.
That's what it is?
I like Wale.
Yeah, man. That man's pen is still strong, man. Shout out to Wale, bro.
They just signed another deal with him.
Yep.
I'm happy for him.
And the last one, man, we want to get into your top inspiration. It could be a person, a place, a thing, a book, whatever your inspiration is to you. What would you say your top inspiration is?
Oh, man, I got a couple.
Let them go. We cool.
People, books.
Whatever you want. It's completely up for you.
It's tough. A bunch of people. I like right now, to be honest. I like guys like Mr. Beast, like stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, cause he's like, so I like guys like that. If they put it in that type of realm, like as doing things that's different and showing you don't have to be in the same box. Because a lot of people issue with a lot of things today. There's a lot of innovation today.
Sure.
There's also a lot of copycat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do this at work. He's doing this. I'm gonna do this at work. Even online, everybody's doing the same thing because it works. I'm gonna just do it because it works. And a lot of that's getting tried out too.
Right.
So I like a guy like today, like Mr. Beast. He's doing a lot of things outside the box.
Right.
That people would think like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's giving back.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's another thing. He's giving back and building other places as well.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of guys that's doing things like that.
Yeah, he's like the king of like reinvesting his investments. Like he'll take money that he makes from one YouTube video and just spend it all on the next one or whatever. Like he really puts it all in. So yeah, shout out to Mr.
And
Beast.
then other than that, my family, of course.
Of course.
My wife, my daughter.
Yeah. Both of you guys are married, right? Shout out to y'all, man. See, look, two brothers married out here, man. Shout out to them, man. They got them out the street.
Don't bring them to South Africa.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna represent for y'all. You know what I mean? I'm still saying I got y'all. I got y'all. You know what I mean?
But my biggest inspiration is my mom first.
Okay.
You know, obviously she's the one that brought me here.
Sure.
She passed away from helping other people. You know, she was a nurse and she also helped start up a home health care.
Condolences, man.
So always, you know, providing, being a resource, being a value, and then obviously secondly, you know, my wife, my kids.
Sure.
You know, my father as well. You know, he even after she passed, you know, there was a lot of, you know, headbutting and back and forth, egos at that time. So
right.
But I've learned a lot just from a lot of things from him, from her, you know, from my wife now, from my kids.
Yeah.
Right? Patience. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot over these past couple of years, especially. Like I'm gonna be honest. After she passed, I feel like I learned more. And it's not to say that she wasn't teaching me anything,
Sure.
but it was just that I think that my mind was not ready to be open at the time after she passed.
Okay.
But I had to go through those things of, you know, sometimes being in the streets and doing things that ain't made no sense.
Right.
I had to go through those things in order for me to understand where I am now compared to where I was before. So
Right.
yeah, I had to go through a lot, but you know, I'm glad I did. Though.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did. I mean, obviously we all want our parents to be here, but it's a lesson in the loss.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Man, super dope, man. Yo, Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Top Hill podcast, man. I'm gonna give these brothers another round of applause, man.
Drop the Instagrams.
Yeah, I was just about to say, before we get up out of there, please let the people know how can they get in contact with you guys, what you guys got going on next. Anything you guys want to go out there and throw out, feel free.
So
The Maryland hater. Go.
we got Millionaire Essentials. That's our YouTube that we starting up. We have started up. We're gonna start posting a lot more content on there. That's the YouTube.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
Instagram, Brandon the Provider, THE, Brandon the Provider. TikTok, Brandon the Provider. We also have our Facebook group, Scale Using Funding. That's our Facebook group. Definitely tap into that. And Millionaire Essentials YouTube. Instagram as well.
Yeah, Millionaire is with an S. Millionaires
Essentials.
Yeah, Essentials.
Oh, okay, got you.
It's all plural. And then my Instagram, Tevin Facey. My TikTok, Tevin Facey. My Facebook, Tevin Facey. TEVIN. Yeah, some of y'all sometimes can't spell. T as in Tom, EVIN, and Facey, FACEY. And Facebook, like I said, Instagram, TikTok. We already said the company, right? The Millionaire Essentials. And then if you're in the tri-state area, we're gonna be having an event coming up soon, possibly in March. We were supposed to have it in February. Things got pushed back, so we're probably gonna have it in March, maybe late February.
Okay.
Just setting everything up so that we can also market it properly. But if you're on one of our Instagram pages, or YouTube, or Facebook, you'll see it.
Yeah. I'll make sure to keep an eye out on that as well too. When I see it, I'll post it on our page as well too, and I'll try to make it up the road as well too.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys came down to me. It's only right. It's only right. I got to come up to y'all, man.
Nah,
so
that's fine.
yeah,
that's fine. But no, we appreciate that. We appreciate that
for sure. Crystal, do you got anything else to?
No, but I do appreciate this conversation because I'm new, but I'm learning. So always be a student.
Of course. Yeah. And that's the same thing for us. We're always a student.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, we are not perfect.
Right.
We're not perfect. We've gone through a lot. That's the reason why we're able to, at least call ourselves mentors. But we still have our own mentors that we're learning from.
For sure. Our mentors have mentors.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you don't have a mentor, then you're not really a mentor.
Right, exactly.
You gotta always keep growing. Once you stop growing, you stop living.
That's bar. These guys got bars for days. I ain't gonna lie. They said they were from Queens. They proved it on this podcast. I ain't gonna lie, man. And shout out to Crystal as well too, man. She is.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to
thank you.
Appreciate y'all for inviting us.
Yes, absolutely. Appreciate it, man.
Come on to the platform and speak for sure. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Y'all got some great taste in music.
I appreciate that, man. That's the Top Hill family. Yo, Top Hill, make some noise for yourselves, man. You guys have put us on to some amazing music. And, like I said, man, we're going to share it with the world, man. We're going to share it with our side, man. So appreciate that. Crystal's over here moderating as well, too. So that's why she on her phone right there. I don't want you guys chewing her up in the comments. She's working and working at the same time. I just know what they're going to say before I put it out. She's working. She's in the comments moderating right now. So she's definitely tuned in. So leave her alone. All right. Thank you guys so much.
At the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? They're going to tear up the whole con. I know. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Top Hill Podcast. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Pod, a.k.a. E-Money Boss. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Top, top, top.
Top hill, top hill, top